The Dead Man's Dream, a 25I-NBOMe and 25C-NBOMe trip report by a dreamer, posted to earwid.org August 10th, 2016. This experience is by far the most profound experience I've ever had. I consider myself a fairly seasoned psychonaut, and have imbibed many a mind-altering substance in my time. DMT, DPT, LSD, most of the 2C series, mushrooms, MXE, ketamine, etc. But nothing I have ever done in the past even comes close to what happened to me this night. I'd recently acquired some 25I-NBOMe and 25C-NBOMe gel tabs, with a fairly high dose in each, 1.5mg 25I and 0.8mg 25C. I went outside and smoked a bowl with a friend and showed them my newly acquired magical gummy worms. I wasn't entirely set on trying it that night, but just kind of said, well, why not? So, due to prior experiences with 25NBOMe, 1.5mg gave me a fairly good yet somewhat underwhelming experience. I decided to double it this time, and at about 10:45 stuck 2 of the gel tabs under my upper lip and waited for the fun to begin, which, I must say, did not take long. 11. Mouth is mostly numb and that god-awful taste remains. Breathing feels strange. The first signs of psychedelia manifest. A general feeling of strangeness takes me. 11:15. Feelings of strangeness continue. Slight trails forming now. 11:30. Closed-eye visuals really kicking in. Objects begin breathing, and the world begins taking on a purple hue. 11:45. Cottonmouth from the weed earlier combined with the horrid taste of the research chemicals is getting annoying now. My walking is mostly unhindered into the kitchen to get a glass of water. At 11:47ish, I'm walking back to the living room to get on the laptop and listen to music, when things start getting downright crazy. It feels as if I'm on a boat in a storm. Everything is moving around, the walls and floor begin rippling. I have to hold myself up along the wall to make it to the couch. I go to put on some music, but find it somewhat difficult as the keyboard appears to be moving around and changing sizes. I finally succeed in getting music started. Bad idea, and the noise is actually quite weird. I somehow start to become mesmerised by it, and it becomes less terrifying over time. I attempt to look stuff up on the internet, but I don't really know why, because I can barely even read the screen at this point. At 12, I feel unbelievably good, so damn happy to be honest. I'm more used to the hallucinations now, and seem to have regained my balance. I realise I forgot my water in the kitchen, and decide to go get it. I get halfway there, and decide it would also be a good time to go smoke a bowl and go back to get the weed and my phone so I can listen to music whilst burning one. Stop halfway to the kitchen again and play with the cat. At this point, I pretty much lose my ability to tell time at all. I stand by the window and look for whatever it is that my cat is staring at. As I stand there, I realise I have no idea how long I've even been standing there in the first place, or how long ago it was that I got up to get my glass of water. Things even seem to start repeating themselves. I walk towards the kitchen to get water, I'm back at the window. Again, I walk to get my water, back at the window. What the fuck is going on? I finally manage to make it to the kitchen and realise I'm way too far gone to even attempt to burn something so close to my face, so I decide to nix the weed smoking idea. I recall certain foods tasting amazing while on 25I, so decide to eat some fruit instead. I get some kiwi out of the refrigerator and sit down on the floor to eat it because, yeah, fuck chairs. Things seem to repeat again. I get the kiwi out of the refrigerator, I sit down, it repeats again. I finish the kiwi and go to wash my hands. After washing my hands, I get engrossed watching the patterns forming on the floor tiles. I then again zone out and forget how long I've actually been standing there. I walk back to the couch and get on the laptop. I seem to have conquered my inability to read. I start looking at Facebook and high strangeness begins anew. A massive sense of deja vu washes over me. I remember all of this. I actually saw these posts months ago. The last time I did 25I-NBOMe, I saw these exact same posts. As I scroll down the page, I can predict the next post before I get to them. For the second time now, I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So the hallucinations come back en masse now. The computer seems as if it's some alien machine. Everything starts warping around. It's very hard to focus now. Purple and gold vines and snakes start growing out of the ceiling. I decide to make an attempt to listen to music again. I get my headphones out of my pocket, but cannot unravel them. Something crunches between my fingers, and a small insect walks up my arm. Then, there's thousands of them. The buzzing. Oh god, the buzzing. It's just a drug, they're not real. The buzzing then dissipates, and the insects are gone. I look around, and the vines are still there swinging about though. I see a ring of people around me. I can't see them right in front of me, they seem to be in my peripheral vision. They look like ghosts. There's a ring of ghosts standing around me chanting. Their incantations fall on deaf ears. I look at my hands and a scorpion crawls out of one and walks up my arm, across my chest, down my other arm, and finally into the other hand. Strange. Very, very strange. I realise I forgot my damn water again, and try to make it back to the kitchen. This time the journey is fraught with obstacles. The fact the obstacles aren't actually there is only a minor concern. The people sitting on my kitchen table seem friendly enough. I cannot make out the language they are speaking at all. I offer them some fruit, and they disappear. Oh, too bad. It's good fruit, they're missing out. Holy shit, I just offered real fruit to imaginary people. I get my water and go back to the couch, when a feeling of dread washes over me. Reality seems to be breaking all around me. More things repeat, and it would appear that I'm firmly stuck in a loop. The TV show that is on now doesn't seem to be conducive to having a good trip. I try to change the channel, but just cannot figure out how to make the remote work. I think I should just try and go to bed. I make it as far as the laundry room and get lost in the darkness. Abort. Mission failure. I cannot make it to the bedroom. I must go back the way I came. The return journey is perilous. When I last came through here, there was light abound, but now it is gone, and only a faint glimmer coming from the television I couldn't succeed in turning off exists. I return to the couch and lie down there. The feeling of dread remains. What is it that I'm afraid of? I fade in and out. The television seems to be repeating itself again. I'm sitting with my phone in my hand. When did I sit up? When did I get my phone? The man on the television has a phone as well. He sends a text. I get a text. It's from the guy on TV. Then the world explodes. I'm sitting with my phone in my hand. When did I sit up? When did I get my phone? The man on the television has a phone as well. He sends a text. I get a text. It's from the guy on TV. Nah, wait, didn't this just happen? I look out the window. Something streaks across the sky. The world explodes. I'm now sitting with my phone in my hand. When did I sit up? When did I get my phone? The man on the television has a phone as well. He sends a text. I get a text. It's from the guy on TV. Nah, not again. Bang. I'm now curled up on the couch. What just happened to me? I recall explosions, and the remote is lying on the floor now, broken, covered in blood. There is smoke everywhere, burning, everything's burning. I'm back on the couch. The remote is on the arm of the couch, and now the third. What the fuck is going on? Walk to the front door and look outside. Things seem to be flipping from the psychedelic amazing world to the, well, exploded world. I look back to the couch and the remote is on the floor broken again. When a second later it is back on the arm unscathed. Fuck this. I'm lying back down. I'll deal with the possibly broken remote tomorrow. So I'm lying on the couch again, and various visions of my demise flash before me. A sense of panic washes over me. That last one felt very real. I am lying on a road. Pain everywhere. I'm broken, I'm bleeding, I'm dying. Certain sounds start to make sense. What I recognised as snores a moment ago is actually the sound of the diesel engine of an ambulance. The paramedic stands over me, saying, "We're losing him," he says as the whine of a defibrillator fills my ears. My breaths come on rapidly now, and I feel like I'm having a seizure of sorts, when time slows to a crawl. Everything starts to reverse. The paramedic stands and backs away, the ambulance backs away, a semi backs away as I stand. I reverse back through a broken window into my house. A knife is sticking out of my midsection. I lower myself to the floor. The knife is in my hand as I rise awkwardly. In reverse, I walk back to the counter and my finger is lying on the cutting board along with a piece of fruit. I lower my hand and the finger attaches back onto its proper place. I put the knife back into the block. So now everything moves forward again. I get the knife out of the block. While cutting the fruit, I slip and take off a finger. Shock overwhelms me. Why the fuck am I cutting something up while this high? I slip on some blood and fall onto the floor. The knife stabs into my stomach. No. Why not now? I manage to make it to my feet and stumble forwards. I fall forwards and smash through the window. Rising again, I stumble forwards, ever forwards, and I'm now on the road. I turn in time to see the lights and hear the horn. The truck hits me. I'm lying on the road, pain everywhere. The sprinkler across the street kicks on. The water combining with the first light of dawn makes an astoundingly beautiful rainbow when an ambulance pulls up. "We're losing him," a paramedic says as he stands over me. The words fade out as a familiar whine fills my ears. Again, in reverse, and forwards. The cycle repeats several times. When a realization grips me. All of this, everything, is all just the final sparks of a brain on the brink of death. Perception of time stretches to infinity. My whole life is occurring in the blink of a dying eye. The last time the defibrillator is brought to my chest, I feel a jolt. I'm lying on the couch. It's still dark outside. I check my phone. 3:45 a.m. For the fourth and final time, what the fuck is going on? At that point, I decided to go to bed. I was still tripping way too hard to actually sleep, so I just listened to some music and waited for daylight. I still felt quite strange most of the day, with some slight hallucinations remaining as late as 10:30 that very night. That experience has certainly stuck with me. I tried the same combo a while later, and the same feeling of dread got me once again. As the experience started to play out again, I could hear the engines roaring. I could feel the road and the pain. Thankfully though, that time, I didn't get caught in a loop, and I actually managed to break out of it and watch a movie instead of, well, you know, dying repeatedly, forever and ever.